I wanted to remove the seats from my 2023 Toyota Sienna XLE, which has the 2 captain's chairs and the 3 stow and go seats, what I first did was I removed the 3rd row seats, and I don't have video of myself removing them, but what I can show you is what it looks like once you remove them, and this should help you when you're doing it to figure out if you're doing it right. So the seats sit right here, and they get bolted in right here and here, and then they latch into these brackets. So you undo the seats where they're connected on these 2 parts by unbolting them to these pins. And then you also have this bottom section here that you have to remove the plastic cover over and then unscrew bolts that go into, I believe, these holes. And what you're left with is these cords that plug into the seats. Just unplug them and you're good to go. And so this is what the area looks like when you remove it. It's a little tricky to get the plastic covers off, and you want to be careful to not break them. But I think if you look at this image and you can just pause and zoom in where you need to, you should be able to figure out where you have to remove them. You can see they have all these little plastic things that go into these holes here that hold the wires in. It should make it easier. Then here is the 2-seater part of the 3rd row. You can, hopefully this helps a little while you're taking it out. You can see what you're working with. And then lastly, I'm going to show you the 1-seater. Basically the same thing. That component goes on the base of the trunk. And here's another angle of it. Really, it was not difficult, and I got the 3 seats out, and now they're sitting in my basement. Then I wanted to get the middle seats out, and so what I did was I went onto YouTube, and I looked up Toyota Sienna 2021 seat removal. And this video came up by Brad Ling, and basically this guy figured out exactly how you do it. So starting with the 2021 Siennas, the middle row seats have airbags in them. So if you remove the seats, you have to unplug the electrical sensors for the airbags, and that will give you an error in your dash that won't go away because the seats are technically not supposed to be removed. But if you watch this guy's video, he figured out that you just have to put a resistor into the plugs for when you unplug the seats, and then you can get rid of that error. I followed his instructions, and in this other video here, and I'll put links in the description, he has a page where you can buy these emulators and plug them in so that you stop getting that error. So you go to his website here, and he explains what you need to purchase depending on your vehicle. If you go down here, for me, I have a 2023 7-seater. So I had to buy 2 round and 2 square plugs, 1 round and 1 square for each of my seats. And go up here, you go to choose your option, round plug plus square plug. And then each of those pairs is $32. So you need 2 of them, which is going to cost you $64. It's a very quality product. He sent it out in a week or less. And basically what happens is when you unplug your seats, you're going to have this white sensor and these 2 yellow sensors. The white one you don't have to do anything with, and the yellow ones you have to plug in what he sends you. And I have a picture of what it looked like when I did it. Here are those sensors. Here's what it looks like when you unplug them. Just plug those things into these 2 yellow sensors. And after that, you can follow his instructions. I've got my seats sitting just in my garage, and I followed his instructions, and that's how I was able to turn the back of my van into this.